it's hard to compare horses. I told the other people, you can't compare Dr. Fager to Man of War. Man of War was a foal of 1,700 foals. Dr. Fager was a foal of 37,000. So the same way as Zenyatta, she is probably equal or better than any mare I ever seen. The Breeders' Cup was a brainchild of John Gaines. He was a great dreamer. And I used to go to Kentucky for the sales, and he would say, let's talk about this, and we'd talk about that. And that's how it come about. He talked to a lot of people, but he talked to me. And the Breeders' Cup come about. And when it was pretty well organized, he had a big meeting out there at his place, at his farm, Gainesway, and had all the big people in racing. I was represent Florida. We had John, from California, and all the Kentucky big shots. And we went into a room, and he said, well, now we have it organized, and I've made up the committees, and we have to get chairmen of these committees. And he gave his friends about the first 4 choices, and he come to me, John, what do you want? And I said, I want to be chairman of the marketing committee. And he said, okay. And no one said anything, and we went in and he had a big lunch, and I stood up and tapped my glass. I said, gentlemen, John Nerud owns the Breeders' Cup. What in the world are you talking about? I said, what is the Breeders' Cup? It's a marketing tool, and I'm the chairman. And for 15 years I was there. They was going to fire my marketing team, so I walked away. This year's Breeders' Cup was a great race, and we had the handle, and the television was as good as it's ever been, except the first year in California. And the reason for it was Zenyatta. She brought the people, and she brought the sentiment, and she brought all the people, and she was the star of the Breeders' Cup this year. Although she got beat, she didn't lose any prestige when she got beat, because when she went up the backside and got up behind the horses, the dirt went to hitting her in the face, and if you will notice, she was covered with mud when she come back. The track was wet, and the dirt was coming back, and Smith told me he used 6 pair of goggles. That's how bad the dirt. And he said when the dirt first started hitting her, she hesitated, and it was a couple of 3 seconds before I could get her to go against it. And he said it's the first time it ever happened to her, and he thought that cost him the race. Of course, everybody after the race has an alibi, as we all know. But Zenyatta is one of the greatest fillies I ever seen race, and the people kept her in racing, which was complimentary to racing, and she was the Breeders' Cup. She had the crowd, she had the people, and she was the show. And God bless her.